Royal red shrimp, y'all. I'm gonna make a really good something here. And this is how you get them with the head on. See that? And I'm gonna show you how to peel it, okay? At least I'm gonna try to show you how to peel it like this. You can't see in the, I got a baggie in the sink, you know, to put the shell in. Within this bag right here, y'all see that? So what you want to do, and I can't zoom it, but you want to take the head and pinch it off like this. Can y'all see that? Well, this is crazy. We pinch that head off like that, and then there's this vein, and you're going to pull that out, just like that. That's gross. You're going to get yuck. And then you just take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, where the legs are, and then you peel that out like that, and you just take the shell off. And then when you get to the tail, you can pinch it at the bottom and pull, and look at that. So what I'm going to do is let me get this in the bag and in the trash can real fast and run me some. Let me put this in the trash can real quick because I ain't having no stinking kitchen, y'all. Oh Lord, and I could stood to change my trash. Now, I'm going to rinse them. Just rinse them. Look at that. Ooh, one fell in the sink. And I'm glad it did because I missed a piece of the shell. Don't want that. Alright, so I've rinsed these. And I'm going to leave them in the sink just like that. And I got to rinse my hands off a little bit. Alright, so we're making royal red shrimp. And then I'm paper towel and I'm going to dab them off where they go. Right here, just like that. Do like that. And like that. So what I'm going to do with the royal red shrimp, I'm in love with this pasta. So I've got water in a pot. And I'm going to show y'all how much salt I'm going to put in here to keep that noodle from boiling over. Look at that. Yeah, man. That's enough right there. Cut that on and get that going. Alright, so now for the shrimps. Whew, thank the Lord I used a little soap. You don't want your shrimp hair smelling like shrimp now. So I've got butter right here. It doesn't take long at all to make this, at the most 20 minutes. These don't cook very long. Got me a pat of butter. And look here. Dropping it in the pan. Just like that. We're going to turn that on low. And while that's doing, I got garlic. And I like it in the chunks. Alright. That's a good piece. Now there's this piece of that garlic. See that? I'm not eating that. I always take that out every single time. Just like that. It'll come out easy. You just pull it. It's gone. Well, maybe there's one little piece left. See? I'll get that. Let me get that out. You just got to take your time with that garlic. Alright. You know I don't prepare. And then I'm just going to do this. Cut it in chunks too, because I like the chunks. And it'll marinate with that butter. And I'm using 3 cloves of garlic. Y'all see that? Alright. And I'm doing it slow for a reason. Just like this. We're making royal red shrimp, y'all. And I had a good time going to get them. I usually go to this one shrimp place where the boats come in, but you want to know something? They were closed, so I couldn't go there. And I went down the street just a little further and found this place, and the cutest little fella, and that bird was out there. And he said, I've got royal reds. And I remember my friend Rick Barnhill, may rest in peace. He always told me, he goes, I got royal reds, you want to come try some? And I had never tried them. And that's what you don't want, that little piece of the garlic. And I never did try them, but they had some, and I bought them, and They're probably the best thing I've ever eaten in a shrimp. I ain't joking you. They're kind of like a lobster in a way. And you don't cook them as long. I can tell by shelling them that the meat is totally different than a regular old shrimp you catch. Look at all that garlic in that pan, y'all. You see that? I might as well just... All right. Oh, the last video I made, the music was so loud that they wouldn't publish it. So I figured I'd turn it down some. I do not own the rights to this music, y'all. All right, let me get that little thing out right there. Cut this up. And look, I don't want that right there. You ain't gonna believe how this is gonna be good. And look, I cut that up in chunks. Now I'm gonna rinse my hands off kind of quickly. All right, so now I'm kind of figuring out this camera situation. Hey everybody, happy Saturday. It's cold today. Y'all see my whirly-bird thing in the background swinging? Scott, that thing has been so much fun. I put a carrot in there to see what the carrot would do right here. And it's doing really well. Y'all see that? So he dips his head in there and he keeps on going. All right, so this is getting going good like that. I'm gonna turn it up just a little. I'm judging by my boiling water too, because it takes about 4 minutes for this to boil, and it's going to take it a few minutes to come to a boil. All right, so this is how I do it. Well, actually I did it this way yesterday. I cooked the garlic in the butter, and then I put the shrimp in, and then took the shrimp out, and then made the cream sauce and poured it over the shrimp. But I think what I'm going to do today is I'm going to go ahead and make the cream sauce and cook the shrimp within the cream sauce. And I think that's how I'm doing it today. So we're going to do it a little bit differently, but it's the same thing. Just, that's all. I should have cut that little piece of garlic a little bit more. There we go. All right. So for the cream, there's no flour in this. Cut that. It's not hot to touch yet, anyway. So we're going to get that going up. And I'm going to look at the comments. Hey, Barry Hercom, Otis, how you doing? I miss you, man. You fun. See what I can see. Hey, Troy, tell Paula hey. Emily. Hey, Doug, I'll see you tonight. Uh-oh, I did something. I actually have a tour. Thank the Lord. Hey, everybody watching. All right, so it's getting ready to start to boil, and this is starting to sizzle. And it doesn't take but maybe a minute of this sizzling garlic in the butter to infuse the flavor. Well, maybe a little bit more. And yeah, look here. I'm going to stir that salt up in there. Get that going. And people always worry about their noodles boiling over. There's a piece of garlic. Oh, well. I just throw a lot of salt in it and never have had a problem. All right. So that's going good. So now I'm going to get that. I got to get the cream. Hold on. And I'm using heavy whipping cream. Right here, this one. This one right here. All right. And oh Lord, getting a little fork to stir it with. And I'm just going to pour it in there, and I'm going to tell you how much it is. That right there is about 1/4 of a cup, and that's all I'm going to use, because this is all of the shrimp that I have, and that's what they look like after you peel them. People go, oh, it's pink, it's done. Oh, you better not eat that. Be like John Glover. One time we went shrimping, and he caught a shrimp, and he took a cigarette lighter and lit it, heated it up and ate it. I was like, It tasted just like the ocean. All right, so y'all see I'm swirling that around, and all it is buttered garlic and heavy whipping cream. That's boiling. Look at that. Secret ingredient. All right, and I'll measure for y'all. That's about it right there. Hold on, let me do something. It's all right if I put that fork in there like that. This is, well, I better get the right amount. I need a half a teaspoon. So this is a teaspoon. And that is all of the mustard. It's about a half a teaspoon to that. And that's all I do. Let me get that going. Want to get that mustard out of that spoon like that. No salt and no pepper. Can you believe it? All right. I had to use a measuring spoon for y'all. I should have used my regular old fork. This is taking forever to get off, but I'm going to tell you, it tastes good. Yeah, there we go. And you can always add mustard. I got somebody talking about me. Gotta move that butter over there like that. I'm breaking up the noodles, y'all, so they're free for all in there. There we go. All right, and see, they're not boiling over at all. All right, and that right there is going. And before I put my shrimp in there, I'm going to taste it. Let me do that. Let me get me a little teaspoon right, y'all. Well, I might have put a tad too much mustard, but I'm going to figure this out really quickly. And I'm just going to have extra cream. Just about, that was about a tablespoon. That's all I needed. That's how much it was overpowered. Not too much. And I did change my mind. I'm going to, just that much salt. Lord. Stir that up, and now let me taste it. It's almost done when you ain't gonna believe it. Let me get another teaspoon, y'all. Let me see here. Perfect. That's what I wanted to taste. I got a lemon. I'm getting out my dangerous tool. My dangerous tool. We're going to zest. And I'm going to turn that down. Zest and a lemon in it. Not the juice, just the zest. The juice and cast iron counteract each other, and it does something bad to you, I heard. I don't know if that's true, and I'm not doing it anyway. Because I put the lemon juice on at the end. But I love lemon like this, so I am zesting a whole lemon. And hopefully I won't zest my hand. This is a very dangerous thing, y'all. Whew, Lord of mercy. Alright. Doesn't take long. Alright. How many of y'all still watching? Thanks. This is easy as pie. So I used about 1/4 of a cup of heavy whipping cream, and then about a tablespoon, I'd say, and a half a teaspoon of Dijon mustard, and 3 whole garlic cloves chopped up, and a whole lemon zested. Now, let me do that. Now we're going to do that. And I'm going to taste it again, but I'm going to do it just like this. Oh my God, y'all, that's so good. So now I'm going to just put the shrimps in. Like this. I make sure my seafood is patted dry, y'all, when I cook it, and it does make a big difference. And there will Let me rinse my hand, y'all. I'm cool with that. All right. I'm gonna go throw this into the trash can. All right, while we doing that, I'm gonna rinse my hand, y'all. Just rinsing it. All right, so now we're gonna stir it up and get them cooking good. Turn it up a little. And they'll cook in that sauce. And I gotta get my bowl out, y'all. I'm gonna let them come to a little bit. I'll know when they're almost done. The bodies, they're like this. If they go to like that, tail to the head, you've overcooked the shrimp. So it's probably gonna take about maybe 5 minutes when this gets good and hot to cook them, which I'm gonna do, and I'll tell you at the end if I screwed them up or not. And I just love my beautiful little bowl y'all see up in there. All right. And that's all you do. Starting to bubble. Can y'all see in here all right? Let's look at there. Look what I can do. Yeah. And I made brownies in that. I just haven't cleaned the pan. I have the best brownie recipe for y'all. It's easy as pie. All you do is you take 6 tablespoons of that Hershey cocoa, a cup of sugar, 10 tablespoons of butter, 1 egg, and half a cup of all-purpose flour. And that's all you do. Mix it together and bake it, and that's some good stuff. Oh, and a teaspoon of vanilla. All right. And these are almost going to be done. You always check your noodle. It ain't done yet. You know what? I'm going to be very unhealthy. No, I'm not either. I'll put the butter. I was going to just throw that butter in there because I don't really feel like putting it back in the refrigerator, and I didn't use too much butter. But those shrimp were ice cold. They actually cooled down the contents into the pan. But that's just enough liquid for this amount of shrimp to go over this pasta in the bowl. And I'm not going to ruin it with Parmesan cheese or anything like that because this is too good of a meat or an animal, I guess, or anyway, to mess up with some factory-made Parmesan cheese. Now, if I had very good Parmesan cheese, the best in the world, yeah, I'd be doing that. I'm flipping the shrimp, by the way. That's what I'm doing. I'm flipping them around. And I do miss going shrimping, man. I had some good times shrimping. I had a roommate that had a shrimp boat. Man, we had a good time. We'd go out at 3 in the morning. That's when I lived on Society Street. Any of y'all remember me when I lived way over there? Mr. Grange's house. I lived right across the street from Miss Parrott and her daughters. We had a good time. I'd go over there and we'd have tea party, and she had lots of cool baby dolls. If you a girl, you like a baby doll. But these are almost done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to check that noodle. Just do it like that. And check that noodle. Oh, Lord, I got to check that noodle, y'all. I'm scary about checking a noodle. There we go. Hold on. They're almost done. By the time that's done, the noodles will be done. About another 2 minutes on the noodle. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Y'all can see in there. That's done. Just waiting on the noodle. So, that's good and done. I know they're done. So, I'm going to go ahead and turn that on low. Get my noodle strainer out, y'all. I got the #1 noodle strainer in the world. Works great. It's so thin. Look in there. Is it clean? Yeah. I've been straining lots of noodles in there. So, put that in the sink just like that. Right there how it sits. And I'll just pour it. That's good and done. So I'm going to eat. And that's how I going to do. I still haven't figured out the camera situation. Man. See him. I'm gonna let him go for another half of the next song. And the noodles are kind of salty, so just to let you know, that's why you don't want to put any salt in there. And I did just a tad, but not enough to mess it up. I just did one shake. That's good and done. That's beautiful too. All right, I think those noodles, let me just test. You know, I don't want to eat a raw noodle, y'all. This gets scary. Oh, Lord, y'all. There we go. Okay, hold on. They got a minute. They're real salty, but that's all right. It's just the water on the outside. We'll let them do. All right, and these things are beautiful. Some of them have, I think, egg in it, you know, the roux, and it's orange when it's cooked good. There's one right there. I don't know, I'm gonna bring it up and see if y'all can see it. By the time I do that, the noodles are done. But it's right there, it's like orange, and oh shoot, let me do this, because you know I can't see it, y'all. There we go. It's right there. See that? It fell. All right, so I know those noodles are done. Oh, Lord. So we just gonna do this. Throw them like that. Let me go ahead and do this. Like that, and I'm gonna shake that sucker until no water comes out of it, which is only a few seconds. Because this is one of those really good old colanders. There we go. Look at that. All right, get me a pot holder. And I'm going to plate them up. You call it plate it up. Just go like this. Hold on, let me get me... because I am going to eat it with a spoon. I'm going to show you how I do this. So we're just going to pour it in like that, over it. Get all that goodie out, the garlic. Yum. Do that. Like that. Put that on right there. This right here. Get my trusty Revco knife right here. I think my cat's outside and I hear her trying to want to come in. These have no seeds. I'm just going to squeeze a whole entire lemon on it. Look at that. And that's it. And I'm going to eat me something good. And if y'all wonder how I'm going to eat that with a spoon, this is how I do it. I get a fork. We're going to put you right there like this. And I take, my mom was like, Trisha, you going to cut it up before you get to the table? I said, yeah, because I can eat it faster. And I do this, and that's the way I'm getting the noodles. And it is very soupy, but you'll eat all that broth, I'm going to tell you that. And while you're doing that, you might catch you a shrimp or two. And hopefully you will, but I didn't. So now I'm just going to go back and just cut shrimp. And that's all I'm going to do. I'll cut it up, and there you go. That's my lunch today. All right, y'all. Let me put that like that. I hope y'all have a blessed Saturday afternoon. And Doug, if you're working tonight, I get to see you because I actually got a tour. I haven't had one in so long. All right, God bless you.